Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Carrie Lynn if you're new here, and here on my channel I share vlogs, budget-friendly decorating and DIYs, and lots of other homemaking content. If you guys want to subscribe, I really appreciate it. Today we are going to be focusing on this space in my bedroom. This is obviously an eyesore. We have cords running down, the Xbox on a little shelf. It has been functional for now, but I want to make things functional and aesthetic if I can, especially on a budget. And today we're going to be creating a super thin DIY TV stand that's not only going to serve us additional storage, but it's also going to become a charging station. And I think this was just a great, really affordable solution for this awkward space. If you want to see how it turned out, keep watching. And now, before we dive into putting the cabinets together that I got for this space, I did want to remind you of this video that I posted where I did a makeover on this dresser. This was such a quick, easy flip, but made such a huge difference. And the paint that I used is an all-in-one paint. You don't have to prime, you don't have to sand, no prep is necessary. It is literally an all-in-one paint. It was a super easy flip. And I honestly feel like this dresser turned out incredible. It really made a huge difference in this space. So I'll link the video below. Also, I'll link the video where we rearranged the room as well, because we used to have our bed actually where the dresser is now. And so it's been a little bit of a process, a slow process, just kind of rearranging and finding a good solution for our small bedroom. Our bedroom is very narrow. It is a tight space, so we're just trying to maximize the space as best as we can. And yeah, I'm really happy with this project and this upcoming one that you're about to watch. All right, enough chatting about the previous video. We're gonna go ahead and get this first cabinet unboxed and start putting it together.
Hey, excuse me. No, this isn't the spot for Knox and Brony. Move. No, he likes the box. He is like, this is perfect. I like it. Thanks, Mom. Are you serious? This is not meant for Knox.
All right, we're gonna move him out of the way. We're gonna start putting together this shoe cabinet. This is a 3-drawer shoe cabinet that I found on Amazon. And yes, I said shoe cabinet. We're gonna be using these shoe storage solution cabinets as a TV stand, but we're gonna end up putting 2 of them together, put them side by side, and that is what's gonna give us our really thin DIY TV stand. I feel like this, number one, is not only gonna offer us so much more storage for our shoes or other things as well. You don't just have to use these shoe cabinets for shoes. I've seen people use them for towels, for extra linens. You can use them for electronics. That's one thing I'm gonna do with mine. There's so many things. Heck, you could even put clothes in them if you really wanted to. Great option if you live in a small space. Now, I ended up paying $84 a piece for these. And in my honest opinion, I think they were worth every penny. I looked at other shoe cabinets, and one of the biggest issues I kept seeing with them was either they were not tall enough or they were too wide. With this one being so thin, I love that. That's what actually made me want to buy this one. So yeah, overall, putting them together was easy. I say easy. I did hit one little dilemma. All this part was fine. It was putting the drawers onto the actual cabinet itself where you need 2 people. It's like you just need someone to kind of help you hold it in place so you can attach the little piece in the screw. If you ever buy one, you'll know what I'm talking about. My patience was so thin by the time I got to that point, so my husband jumped in and helped, which I really appreciated. But overall, it took me about maybe 45 minutes to put one together, and if you've ever put any type of furniture together, you know that's a good time. That is a great time. 45 minutes is not bad at all. I did, however, use a drill, and it does recommend not using a drill because you don't want to over tighten the screws. You just got to be really careful. So yeah, there was no way I was using a screwdriver for this entire cabinet. There were so many little screws, like you need a drill. It makes it so much faster. You just gotta be careful and take your time. But this was the part where we were putting together the actual drawers themselves, and these are plastic, but don't let it fool you. The way that it all attaches together with the bottom piece and the top piece, it makes this plastic so sturdy. Like I said, very impressed with the overall quality and the price. And this is how the first one looks. It might look a little weird because you can see through it a little bit, but just keep in mind when it's on the wall, you won't be able to see through it. And these did not come with a back, by the way. Let me make that very clear. There was no backing for these shoe cabinets, which I personally thought was a little odd. I feel like hold on, let me look on the ad. Because I feel like on the ad, it made it appear that this could just be like kind of freestanding. And I mean, I guess it could. But I feel like it needs a backing. No, nope. It literally shows it with no backing. So I don't know why I thought there was a back on it. So just keep that in mind. This one does not have like the thin panel board that you can usually put on the back of furniture. It did not come with it. I think you could easily add one if you wanted to, but this is definitely meant to be mounted. Also, by the second cabinet, I got smart and I decided to assemble it standing up at the dining room table so I didn't break my back. If you're in the club of over 30, you know that our legs and our backs and crisscross applesauce is just not meant for us anymore. So if you can, definitely assemble small pieces of furniture like this at the table, at the kitchen island, maybe even on the bed, or make sure you sit on something soft and not tile. But we don't have rugs in our house right now. We do have like a little dog zoo going on, so it's just much easier not to have a ton of rugs. It keeps the house smelling better. It's easier. If you have dogs, you know what I mean. I do have washable rugs, but unfortunately, what happened was I washed the washable rug, put it out on the fence to dry, and I forgot about it. And guess what? It's been raining like every single day since. So the rug doesn't have time to dry before it starts raining again. And it's too big, and I don't feel like you're supposed to put them in the dryer. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to let them air dry. I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, the rug's still soaking wet outside. So whenever the sun comes out, hopefully tomorrow, we'll have a rug back in the living room, and next time I will definitely try sitting on the rug or standing instead of this hard behind tile. So this was the part where I started to get really frustrated. As you can see, I'm trying to attach the drawer. The cabinet is sliding backwards. You have to assemble the drawer with it standing, because if not, the screw keeps falling backwards. Then I'm like, all right, maybe it just won't fit because I gotta hammer it. No, girl. I was about to break it because I was getting frustrated. And then all of a sudden you see my husband walk up, and I think he could sense my anger from a distance. And he came and saved the day. So shout out to hubby for helping me put both cabinets together at the end and also hanging them on the wall, which you'll see that in just a minute. Now, just for some research purposes for myself, if you are watching right now, if you have a second, please leave a blue heart emoji down below in the comments.
What's the backup plan though? Oh.
You literally have to pry him off of boxes. He loves them that much. It's ridiculous. But we got our mess cleaned up out there, and we're gonna go ahead and get these cabinets mounted to the wall. But first, we're gonna slide the bed over as far as I can possibly get it to the left-hand side to give us just a little bit more room on this one side.
I'm not putting it inside of it.
Okay, what are you gonna do with it for right now? You want me to just unplug it?
Leave it alone.
No, I have to put them. I'm putting these cabinets up here, so this has to come down. I want to bop you in the head sometimes.
Bop.
Oh my gosh. There's something wrong with you.
Bop.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Check it out. It's gonna look great.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got this. We have some screw holes right there. We're just gonna lift like so. It's gonna go right up over the baseboard.
You won't touch me now.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
I know, but I was wondering if maybe I could do it underneath because yeah, it's open. Gotta think this through. I'm realizing that, okay? So, say it. Go ahead. Oh, I got it. I got it. What I can do with this one is plug this one into that one and then just drill a hole through the side into the second one.
Why do you need so many plugs?
I don't.
You need 2 at most.
So he was right. I was trying to overdo it with all the power strips. We really just needed 1 power strip in the cabinet. I was over here trying to put like 2 and 3 and add 1 to the other side. It was ridiculous. But this is why husbands are really appreciated when it comes to DIY. He just saved me from a huge headache. But he is helping me mount these. We're just using some, I think they were 2-inch drywall screws that we were screwing in from the back side of the cabinet into studs. Now, just to be 100% real with you, there is only a stud on one side of the cabinet that we were able to hit on both cabinets. So each cabinet, it hit 1 stud each. But to our defense, nothing extremely heavy is going in these. Like I said, this is more so for like a charging station and somewhere where he's gonna put like I'm gonna put his Xbox when he's not using it. Like I'm literally putting his Xbox in that top drawer. Like he was like, don't touch my Xbox, you can just leave it where it's at. He wanted to leave it on that little black shelf. And first of all, you know how many times that Xbox has almost fallen off of that little shelf because of the dogs like running through and hitting the cord? So I'm actually helping. He doesn't even realize it. I will say though, the cord to the TV wouldn't go behind the cabinet without it kind of sticking the cabinet out. So we did end up taking a small little notch out of the back side of this shoe cabinet so that way the cord could kind of just slide in there and that way the cabinet would sit flush against the wall.
So you didn't grab any sword. You want to get into it.
Now, everything is attached. They are nice and solid. I love the way that they turned out. There is a little gap in between, in case you were wondering, because you can see where the cord of the TV runs down. I didn't worry about it too much. It's not super noticeable in person either. Like you can't even see the gap there. However, if you could, I would definitely recommend putting them really flush together and maybe even attaching them together with a small screw. That would be a great option. You could also go as far as to caulk the seam, paint it black, and just make it look even more professional, maybe even add some extra trim to it if you wanted. The options are endless, honestly. When it comes to DIY, you can do whatever you want. That is the beauty of DIY and saving lots of money in the process. But here is just a reminder of what the space looked like before we got started, and here is what it's looking like now. I think that worked out great. You think so? Like, I mean, for it being so thin and still being able to have room. I really like it a lot. We got chargers in here. Watch charging. I can put my phone chargers in here. This is gonna be nice. We can just like have them up here. I think that'll be really good. All right, that's actually gonna be it for today's video. I know this one was short and sweet, but I wanted to just keep it really simple for this easy DIY thin TV cabinet. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.